Okay, looks like we are live. It always takes just a second. Unable to start live video. Let's see. Let's see why. Let's try this again. I'm trying to get multiple platforms going at once, so it takes a second to do that. But I think we're live on, no, we're not live on YouTube yet. Are we? Oh, we're live on YouTube. I just saw my picture show. Good. And now we're just trying to get live on Facebook, and I'll go back and trim this, of course, but I was just trying to get my video source connected, and it doesn't seem to want to be, so we might just have to go with the webcam instead. Looks like connect streaming. Okay, well, we're just going to go with the webcam. No harm, no foul. We can certainly do that. It is almost time for February shoutouts, news you can use, and events not to miss. And I am going to keep it pretty short, and I might just do this as a two-part series so that we can have multiple things coming out this month. But the big news that you all need to know about, and I'm just making sure that we are live indeed here. It looks like we are. Cool. Yay. Sometimes it doesn't always work the way you intend it, right? Anyway, so we are hosting our first ever word of mouth mixer on February 20th, 2025, at Peppershock this time. And we're going to rotate to different locations, but we thought we would kick it off in our own venue this time. So on February 20th, feel free to come. We have a registration link for you. It'll be peppershock.com/events, and you can register. We're only charging $15. We figured, we'll keep it the price low for right now until we build it and grow it, and then decide what we want to do. As with anything in marketing, that's what you do. You iterate, you test, you process. And so far we have businesses signed up once a month for the next year that will rotate in different locations around the valley, around the Treasure Valley. And then eventually I've also been asked to do something online. So we'll get this started, and then we will do an online word of mouth accelerator as well. But this is the word of mouth mixer starting on February 20th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. at Peppershock Media in Nampa. And so once again, the link is peppershock.com/events. And yeah, so that's what I'm hoping that you will get to do. And come see us. We're going to have some, light appetizers and some beverages to enjoy. And then we have a bit of a facilitated process that we'll go through so that we're not just there to show up and play business card poker with each other, but we want to make meaningful relationships. We want to have the experiences that people remember us by. And so help spread the word. That's what word of mouth advertising is all about. Share this with others that you think need to come as well. We know that networking is so important, whether it's you're trying to get a new job, whether it's getting a new client, whether it's, maybe you have a need, maybe you have a need for an insurance quote, or maybe you have a need for architecture services. We have people coming from a variety of different walks of life, mid-sized businesses to even some marketing managers, which will be fun to network and share and show and tell. So come to the word of mouth mixer on February 20th. Super excited about that. All right, some shout outs. I want to welcome our new intern, Zach Abbott. He is a business management or business administration management, and his focus is on the sales side of marketing, right? We all know that there's multiple layers of marketing, and so we have him interning for us at Peppershock and learning some new AI tools that we've implemented as an agency tool. And so he's been working with us for the last couple weeks, getting things on board, and he's going to follow up with people and inviting them to the Word of Mouth Mixer event and just share and spread the word for us. So that's going to be fun for him this semester to work on a few of the projects that we have lined up for him in the lead generation area and arena. So, and you know what? Zach's not afraid to make cold calls, which is awesome. cold calls are not for everybody. And it's not exactly always a cold call. It's more of like I guess maybe a lukewarm introduction, or, reaching out and just asking people whether or not, what their process is, if they need a new agency, if they need, if they've ever heard of us before, if they're, looking, or if they're not happy with what they're doing now currently, or maybe they're just overwhelming their marketing person or their marketing team and just need us to come in and augment their team and help them, and just become an extension of their team. So Zach's been working on that for us, which is awesome. And then, of course, he helped us get, pretty soon we'll have Bobby Joe from the Boise Chamber on the Marketing Expedition podcast. She's going to come and record in our studio. So we'll be super excited about launching that, and as well as some other local people that will be on the show. And I get to speak with people from all over the world in either marketing or mid-level entrepreneurship. Just telling their marketing journeys and explaining and expressing how things have worked for them, the tactics and tools, depending on what types of marketing they're doing. So yeah, the marketingexpedition.com /podcast is where you can go to subscribe to the podcast. If you haven't already, I highly encourage that you do. And then, of course, those who give us reviews, I always do shout outs to them. And speaking of which, we have had some shout outs to do for the recent time. Thanks to Marie and our office for getting us some more people interested in giving us Google reviews. And so when you go to Google My Business, or Google Maps or Google Page, that's where you can give business reviews on Google, and which is really quite nice to do that, so that you can then share and show and tell about the business, right? And those that you want to express, well, if it's going to be a 5-star review, that's what we always want, right? We want that. But, sometimes it's not always that, right? And that's when you get to learn about things that you might improve upon if you want, if you will. So I was just going to do a couple of shout outs for those who just recently gave us some awesome reviews, and just give them the love back, because that's what you do. You reciprocate those who give you, kudos or things like that you want to talk about. So let's see. I'm finding the Google reviews right now. I had the page open, but I lost it. That's what happens, right? Well, anyway, Google. Hang on. There we go. We're on it. Anyway. Here we go. So I know Lisa Strickland was one that gave us a Google review, which was super, super awesome. She came to the New Marketing Trends for the New Year event that we had back in January, and then gave us a wonderful review and said all kinds of wonderful things about the event and how she wants to sponsor next year, which was super cool. And so anyway, she said, Peppershock Media and Ray has put together a top-notch team of talent and great people. We were very helpful. We're all very helpful with such a great community atmosphere. I recently attended their marketing strategies for 2025 event, and it was fantastic, full of ideas, trends, and great information. If you need top-notch media, don't hesitate to give Peppershock a call. They can cover all your needs. So anyway, that was really super cool. Another review, another shout out is Haley Steffens. She actually happens to be one of my students at Boise State. She's taking my agency operations class, and she got to attend the event. And she also works a full-time job too. So she said, I had the privilege of attending a marketing conference hosted by Peppershock Media. I learned wonderful information from Ray and the team. Every speaker was knowledgeable, informative, and inviting. Very trustworthy agency. Thank you, Peppershock. She says, excited to bring these strategies back to my company. So you get that. There's lots of wonderful things that people took from that. And I'm so glad we had speakers come in, and it was just a great opportunity to share and show and tell the new trends of what we're using and how we're using it, and some examples and case studies of how we've put these things into play. And then Laura Ballerini, she attended the event, and she said it was very informative. There were great speakers, inspiring ideas, and valuable takeaways. Love the dynamic presenters, high energy, and variety of knowledge shared in this workshop. Thank you, Laura. And she actually has been a podcast guest on the Marketing Expedition podcast. So there's that. And then Tina Kluwer. And Tina came. She works for an auto group in town, Peterson Auto Group. And she said her and her colleagues came to the New Marketing Trends. It was a great way to meet a lot of people in the industry. Had lots of info, great speakers, nicely thought out and put together. So thank you for that, Tina and Peterson Auto Group, for attending. So yeah, there's more. I will do more. And then, I should probably also mention one of our sponsors at the event, Donna Jecka. She said that she attended and it was a great day filled with lots of great information and topics. So shout out to Donna Jecka and Clear Mortgage for sponsoring the event as well. But I'll save some of these shout outs for the next time that we do more shout outs, because I think I'm going to do a 2-part this month. Generally, I do once a month, but since we've got so much wonderful things going on and a big event, the launch to a new event that we're doing with the marketing, the word of mouth marketing mixer, word of mouth mixer, we're just calling it. We kind of shortened it. Word of mouth mixer that's going on February 20th. I thought it would just be a good idea to continue to get out there. And we know that Facebook Live works pretty well. People will watch this later, which we love. So shout outs to the new intern. And then we also had our returning intern, Lauren, came back, and she's a major at Boise State, graphic design major at Boise State. And so she was invited to return this semester. And so she's along with us as well. And so yeah, there's that. If you want to learn more about our interns and about our staff, you can go to peppershock.com and select the About Us and the crew page and learn all about them as well. Another shout out to the Jaden DeLuca Foundation. The Masquerade Gala ball was last weekend, and we had a wonderful time, and the videos were awesome that Brian Stottinger, who works with us, and Drew helped put together to show at the event and help them raise the funds that they needed to help with congenital heart disease. So youth, pediatric that have heart conditions. And so it's money raised for research and just support. And then also for the Heart Hero families that are impacted by the congenital heart disease that happens. So it was a fabulous time. We walked away with some wonderful auction items and some fun things there. I think we're going to go see Weird Al Yankovic. And then, of course, Drew got the Buffalo Bills signed by Josh Allen helmet, which was fantastic. He's going to have to sell a lot more Dude Jellies to pay for all of these things that he wants, right? There's another shout out, dudejellies.com. If you don't know what it is, I highly recommend that you go to dudejellies.com, and I'll go back in and put all the links in the comments here. But anyway, it's based off of Big Lebowski, and the dude, Jeff Bridges, is the character, the Big Lebowski, or Jeffrey Lebowski. Anyway, and he wears Dude Jellies and jelly shoes. So that's another fun thing. DudeJellies.com. There's another shout out. Speaking of shout outs, Drew is now officially on the Snake River Stampede board of directors. I might have already mentioned that, but now he's got his official headshot. So now it's even more official, which is awesome. And then some other kind of fun shout outs to other things to think about. The Buy Idaho is doing a quarterly mixer now with all Buy Idaho members, and it's going to also rotate in different venues and things like that. I attended a couple weeks ago at their launch, their first one, and it was really pretty cool. It was at the in Meridian, and the same people who own the Atlas. I'm trying to think. I can't think of the name right away. I should have put my notes in there. But anyway, so Buy Idaho, shout out to them, and Brian, who works there too, and Jennifer Mock. So good shout out to Buy Idaho. And again, I'll put links in there after I am done with that. News you can use. I think that staying on top of all the marketing trends and all the fun things that you do, we are having our monthly newsletter with a lot of information that you can use, blog posts. So I recommend that you sign up for our newsletter, because you can get lots of good nuggets in there. Also, the latest episodes of the Marketing Expedition podcast, where I speak to industry experts and get all kinds of good ideas. So go to the marketingexpedition.com/podcasts for the podcast. And then to sign up for our Peppershock newsletter, you can go to our website, peppershock.com, and at the very bottom, there is a place for you to sign up for our newsletter. And we will showcase a lot of the wonderful things that are happening, and also some interesting blog posts that will keep you informed and help you along in your marketing journey. So with that, I promise to keep it short and sweet because I'll do another one of these here pretty soon, in maybe a week or two, and just we'll kind of do another series of this. But again, if you missed it earlier, or you're just now watching me live, I see that we have some fun people here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Anyway, February 20th is the launch of our the first ever, the first inaugural, if you will, word of mouth mixer. And this is kind of stemmed off of when we did the new marketing trends for the new year. We had a mixer after that, and then we decided that we wanted to do more of those. So that way it'll help you accelerate your word of mouth. And we've launched a word of mouth accelerator program, but you don't have to be a part of the program in order to come to the mixer. So word of mouth mixer on February 20th, 2025 from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 or so. I imagine people will probably stay a little bit later, but yeah. So go to peppershock.com/events and register. And it's only $15 to attend. We wanted to keep it the price reasonable for now, and then we'll adjust it as we go, just like we always do in marketing, right? Iterative process here. But yeah, we're looking forward to it and super excited because we've got a business that's going to host once a month. And we're pretty much full up right now. I think after our last event, we only had one space left and it's already taken. So we might have to think about opening the door, or just have, if you're interested in sponsoring a word of mouth mixer at your venue, we just ask that you supply the food and beverages and help us promote it. We're going to cross promote it with your audience, our audience. You'll promote it to your audience. We'll promote it to ours. And then we join together and host at your venue. And you pay for the food, you pay for all that, while we do all the kind of behind the scenes work and do the Eventbrite and do all the extra stuff that needs to be done, the design work and everything, the videos and all the photography, right? So it's pretty sweet deal. We're not charging sponsors for it this year necessarily because we wanted to get it launched. But you can join the wait list. And we may decide, how this goes. We might end up doing it more than once a month if we have so much interest, which seems like we already have 2 people on the wait list. So it's kind of a nice feeling to know that people are interested in doing what you have, dreamed up and had a vision for. And now it's just execution time. So again, peppershock.com/events. And we hope to see you there. Until next time, enjoy your marketing journey.